I can't remember exactly the question, but I just told him this. You got to know this on how you use your time. This is true for me. I think it's going to be true for most, not all, but certainly true for me. 1 hour in the morning is worth 3 hours in the afternoon. So I need as many hours in the morning if I'm a wise man. If that's true, 1 hour in the morning is worth 3 hours in the afternoon. I need as many hours in the morning as I can possibly get. So, to wake up early is a real simple principle. You can imagine. You go to bed early. Because I'm going to be up early. As a general rule, I give God my mornings, men my afternoons, and my family my evenings. And that's just a general way to lay it out. I'm not going to give men my best hour of the day. And I'm not going to give God my worst hour of the day. So you can call me from now until the cows come home. I'm not answering nor returning your phone call in the morning. I am doing God's work. Now, if you're jumping off of a building, we'll send somebody with a fish net to catch you. I mean, there can be some exceptions. But, so you just have to know how your mind works and how you can get the best out. Certain times of the day I return phone calls. I can't get into long phone conversations with people. There has to be a deadline right after that. Usually I call people back at 11:30 in the morning because they've got to go to lunch and make as many of those as possible. I can't talk to you at 8:30 in the morning and you've got an hour and a half to talk. The greatest invention in the history of the world is to text people. You can just communicate what needs to be communicated without a conversation. And it's just a quick conveying of information quickly, and we can all just kind of get on with our lives. So you just have to know how to do this. So I Xerox all of that and pull it out, and I do that in the mornings. I do certain things on the airplane. I edit books on airplanes and hotel rooms because I've got a little tray in front of me. I can't spread everything out. So I have stacks of stuff that I edit or I read and mark up so that when I land, I can then pull a sermon together. So you need to know what you can do, when you do it, and to maximize it to the fullest and to have a certain discipline about your life. Whitfield, when he would preach, Whitfield would preach, and then there would be a follow-up sermon, kind of an afterglow type sermon. There'd be 2,000 or 3,000 people show up for the afterglow sermon. He would go to the pastor's house, get up on the second floor, and preach to those who have committed their lives to Christ, to the new believers, or to those who have more interest. He would have a candle, and he would light the candle, and he would preach as long as the candle was flickering. And when the candle went out, he would say, "It's time for all good men to go to bed." And he would go to bed early because he would be rising up early to study the Word of God on his knees. And there was a certain regimentation. If you've ever been an athlete, and an athlete has a discipline, there's the power of saying no to things. You cannot become the greatest violinist to ever play without saying no. Saying no to a lot of things. And if you're going to be a great expositor, you're going to have to learn to say no to a lot of things if you're going to be a great, gifted expositor. And you've got to have command of your schedule and time and discipline yourself.